Today we are taking a look at BrainPOP.com. This is an educational site that features hundreds of short animated films in all subject areas. If you take a look at the column on the left, you can find films in science, social studies, English, math, arts and music, health, and engineering and technology. All of the films feature the characters Tim and his robot Moby, and they are featured around specific topic that you can look for. They give information about the topic, but they also add a sense of humor with the robot Moby, so kids are engaged. They enjoy watching the films. They are short to keep their attention, but they do pack a lot of information. Okay, so let's take a look. If we're teaching us something in science, maybe we are teaching a unit. Let's see, there's lots of choices. Let's say we're teaching a unit on space. Within space, there are many topics. For example, maybe we are focused on the solar system. So let's take a look at our video. If we were teaching the solar system, that we would take a look at.
Hey, Moby, I think I see aliens. Oh, never mind. I think they left. Dear Tim and Moby, can you tell me all about the solar system? From Sam. Well, the solar system is our home in the galaxy. It started out 4.5 billion years ago as a big cloud of gas and dust out in space, mostly hydrogen and helium. Over the course of millions of years, gravity pulled the elements of this dust cloud closer and closer together until clumps began to form. The cloud also began to spin, with the biggest clump in the center.
And then Tim will continue on explaining about the solar system, and Moby will do some funny things that the children will find entertaining, but all in all, the video will pack a lot of information, and as you can see, it's not much longer than 5 minutes long. So it won't take up a lot of time, but it really will add to your lessons, add to your unit. There's an option to make the video full screen as well. When you're done, you can see on the right-hand side, you have a lot of other choices. So after that, if you would like students to take a quiz, that's always an option after each film. There is a review quiz that you could just do together to review the information. There's an online graded quiz, and then you also have an option for to print out a PDF and have students engage in a paper pencil quiz. In addition to the quizzes, each of the movies do come with a game. So here's an example of one, Sortify, where students will be able to play a game where they can sort tiles based on their topics. Also under activities, each of the short films will give you an activity. Some will be a graphic organizer, some vocabulary, some have all three. So this is one that has all three. As you can see, there's a matching of the planets, naming the planets, question and answer. That would be an option. Graphic organizer for some note-taking, and then vocabulary featuring some of the content that was discussed in the film. You can do as little or as much with BrainPOP as you would like. Okay, if we go back to our home again, BrainPOP is nice because it can add and enhance your unit, your lessons that you're teaching within a unit, or maybe something comes up that you don't want to spend a lot of time teaching, but you do want to give your students some information. For example, with the elections coming up, maybe on election day you wanted to discuss voting, or you wanted to give students some information about the branches of government or presidential elections, that this is a way that you can address it with your students, but that won't take up much of your time if that's not something that you are currently covering. Okay. Another thing that I enjoy about BrainPOP is that there is a BrainPOP Junior. BrainPOP Junior is for students in grades K through 3. My primary teaching focus is students in grades K through 4, so I do access BrainPOP Junior often. So for example, I'll show you how it's a little bit different in engaging students in the younger grades. If you are working on something in phonics, maybe you're teaching the digraph CH. Okay, it gives you the same option to play the movie.
can't chop chocolate chips.
Okay, so as you can see, same format. Instead of Tim, it's a younger girl named Annie. Moby is still there. The videos are fun, music and fun and engaging for students. And then down below, you can still see there is options for quizzes, and there's lots of other opportunities. There's games, there's activities, there's a word wall, a way to read about it. So a lot of fun things that would be geared to younger students. So whether you are accessing information on BrainPOP or BrainPOP Junior, you will find hundreds and hundreds of short animated films that students will love, that will really add to your lessons. BrainPOP is a paid site. However, there are still so many movies and activities that are offered through the free site. So if your district does not belong to BrainPOP, you can still access many of the videos on there. And students can also do that at home for a review. So once again, the website is brainpop.com. Hope you check it out.